Very few people can resist leaving this place, and when you meet them, you realize that staying has taken its toll on them. Behind this enormous Chinese cemetery hides a ghost town, apparently just another abandoned place. But beneath the ground of Papan, in its waters and old structures, something invisible and deadly still pulses. Today, I'm not only going to venture into this dangerous place and tell its story, but we'll also get to know what kind of people choose to stay here, knowing that sooner or later, this town will be the end of them. And the worst part is that I myself, without realizing it, make the biggest mistake anyone can make in a place like this. Welcome to Papang, the only radioactive city in Malaysia. Imagine that one day, you and your family, out of sheer necessity, leave your country and travel thousands of kilometers to reach a small town in northern Malaysia that has a thriving mining business. You settle in this town, but after a few years, cases of cancer start appearing among your neighbors and close relatives. Children are born with skin diseases, deformities. You don't know what's going on, so you decide to leave the town as soon as possible. But there are still some residents who decide to stay and resist, and continue working in the nearby mining business, which deals with tin. In this report, we're going to find out who was responsible for all of this, why this town ended up being the most radioactive in all of Malaysia, and we're going to take a close look at what the houses are like today. This town isn't completely abandoned. There are still some residents who refuse to leave because their roots are here, their work, even though the mining business has completely ended. But let me tell you, people came to this town from both China and India, from different countries, because it was extremely prosperous. And it's striking to see it like this now. At first glance, this could look like any forgotten mining town, but its history is far from ordinary. Pekan Papan was founded in 1882 when the local leader Rahat Bila settled the population here. At first, it was a logging town, and with the tin rush of 1880, it became a prosperous enclave that attracted families from different countries. For decades, the city just kept growing, bringing with it the opening of shops, barbershops, a theater, and even a school. And now, all of this is abandoned. My goal in this video will be to see each one of these establishments. Now, let's continue. Let's see how nature has treated these forgotten buildings, since this is a radioactive town. And then, I'll tell you how this prosperous and healthy town became a place that's highly discouraged to live in. All right, now, with the microphone set up, let's start the exploration. What I'm gonna do is start at the end of the town and then work my way in to find the schools, because everything here is, well, pretty wrecked, as you'll see. What I'm really eager to check out is how nature deals with abandoned places here, because we're right in the middle of the jungle. In northern Malaysia, there's jungle everywhere. It's very different how nature takes over abandoned places here compared to Spain or France. In fact, I've seen photos where, well, I don't know why I'm talking louder since I have the microphone on, a motorcycle just went by, and here I am yelling. I've seen some absolutely beautiful photos, with roots taking over and consuming the entire abandoned place from the inside. But they're all like that here, so I won't keep you waiting any longer. Let's get started. Keep in mind that since we're in the jungle, there are monkeys around here, and it says it's better not to feed them. Well, from the looks of it, I won't be able to go inside this house. Oh, and actually, it says entry is forbidden, and there's a car watching me. Let's wait for it to pass. Of course, the thing about this village is that I'm not completely alone, and there are abandoned houses that are occupied. Also, I mean, not by the people who used to live here, but by locals who don't have other resources and come here. The locals who've lived here forever are actually further down, at the end of the street. Wow, here comes a big lizard. I hope they don't see me go in. Whoa, wow, that scared me. Hi, I don't know if it's friendly or not. Its tail is down. Hi. Well, I don't know if it's gonna let me go in. Hi. Okay, it's leaving. It's leaving. Good. We're starting with the first roots here. I don't know where they're coming from. I thought the tree was up above. Stairs here that don't go anywhere anymore. Wow, look up there. Oh my God, what massive roots. This time, it's not like the abandoned place I explored in Thailand, which I don't know if I've uploaded yet. I'm well equipped with closed shoes because what happened at the hotel in Thailand was the most surreal thing I've ever done in my life. Exploring a place in a bikini and flip-flops, but it was a huge place and packed. And we had to climb over rocks and everything, which had snakes, and I have no idea how I did it like that. There's not much more to show here, but honestly, the way the walls look, there's another house peeking out over there with the curtains. And keep in mind, whoa, wow, look at what happened up there. I'm gonna step back so you can see it better. There used to be some kind of balcony up here. Oh, I'm not recording it. Up there, okay? It fell down, okay? And so, since it fell, the roots stayed in the shape of the balcony. So what this means is that if at some point this facade collapses, these walls, the structure, the shape might still be held up by these trunks and roots. And we've only just started. You have no idea how visually crazy this little village is going to be. For me, without a doubt, it's the most incredible thing I've seen when it comes to nature taking back what's hers. Wow, how much am I going to enjoy this place? I'm already seeing it, and this is just the first house. I can't really tell you what this house is. I don't know if you guys have any idea just by looking at this. Here we go. There's our friend over there. Man, I hope he's friendly. Yeah, looks like he is. They leave me alone. All right. Over here, we've got this door. I don't know if it's this way. Whoa, look at this. The root has gotten in here and is cutting through the whole wall. But it's not going to be now. What could it be? Please. No, that's the same, really. The roofs are really dangerous, huh? Oh my gosh. Wow, look at this. I'm actually pointing the camera completely straight up. I think that's called a low-angle shot. Hold on. I'm kind of zigzagging through the streets so I don't miss any houses. And it was this one right here. It had a sign that I have no idea what it means. We can also see the old satellite dish there. Yeah, the axis? Oh, it was the bar. No way! It was the bar! Whoa, I can see the bottles and everything. Let me focus. Look at this. This was the bar. Wow, it still has stuff. Noodles, pasta. Look, I think it's time to tell you why this place was abandoned. The streets of Papan used to be full of life. But in 1980, everything changed forever. Very close by, in Bukit Merah, the Asian rare earth plant was set up, a refinery dedicated to processing rare earth minerals. These minerals are essential elements for the electronics industry, meaning to make screens, batteries, and other components that started to become essential in the late 80s and early 90s with the arrival of computers and mobile phones. From this extraction came a highly radioactive byproduct, thorium. And in their search for a place to dispose of this waste, the authorities chose Papan as the dumping site, a decision made without considering the long-term consequences, and most importantly, without considering the serious impact it would have on the lives of hundreds of families. At first, very few residents understood the seriousness of the situation, but soon cases of cancer, skin diseases, and babies with birth defects began to appear. The truth could no longer be hidden. Protests broke out. Independent scientists and doctors confirmed what many feared. The area was contaminated. Fearing for their health, many families left the town. And so, little by little, Papan became a ghost town. Although, as you saw in the introduction, not completely. Some people decided to stay. even knowing the deadly consequences this decision could have. Honestly, I don't know what this is. These things here look like little cookies. They seem more like offerings and, I don't know, they have war. There we have a Chinese symbol. As I told you, most of the people who came to live here are immigrants from China. So this town is very Chinese. In fact, at Christmas, apparently, they decorate it with little things. They put up Chinese decorations, flags, like it's Chinese New Year. Honestly, I don't know if you've ever stopped to think about leaving everything behind. I mean, leaving your country for a foreign one is already hard, but on top of that, leaving your job, going to work in a new place, and then just a few years later, everyone starts getting sick. Cancer cases start appearing, children are born with deformities. Wow, you left your whole life behind to be in this place, and now these cases are starting to happen. What do you do knowing that everything is here now, that everything you have is here? It's really hard to take the step to leave it all behind, but even so, people manage to do it. Most people leave out of fear. Then almost everyone finds out it's because there's a refinery that decided to dump thorium waste, which is super radioactive, in the areas around here. So when it rains, all of this seeps into the ground and makes the soil I'm standing on radioactive. From what I've read, it's still radioactive today, but not in a serious way. Maybe kind of like when I was in Fukushima, where the levels would spike a little. I didn't bring the device here because I was just going to record a quick video about the radioactivity, and I thought, well, whatever. A drink dispenser. Did you see that? Cold water. For whenever you need a drink. I don't know. Look at the brand, huh? On the glass. Wow, because of the humidity. You have no idea. The rain here is nothing like normal. I mean, sudden downpours come out of nowhere. Like, it can be 95 degrees out. Well, that's a tropical climate for you, right? And suddenly, boom, it pours down hard, really hard, and you get soaked through. And it doesn't matter if there's a roof 5 meters away or even closer, because in that moment, you get completely drenched. So yeah, you really feel the humidity here. You notice it a lot on the walls, on objects, on everything. It's intense. Look, I wanted to show you a close-up so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. On the walls, it's all moss. It's not just a patch of shade, it's everywhere. There's moss everywhere. It could almost be considered decoration. There's even a gate. And of course, being in Asia, you can't miss finding a bag of rice. It turns out that this brand, Jasmine Super 5, is a very well-known brand in Southeast Asia, and it's considered high quality. And just by looking at the commercial from the 90s, we know this rice is aimed at the upper middle class. This rice is imported from Thailand, so when I saw this bag lying on the ground, I wasn't just seeing any old package. It was a piece of the history of rice globalization. This is a suit, and I don't know if I should go upstairs, or if going up would be pretty reckless. It's really soft, huh? Because it's pretty damp. I'll do this for you. Wow, I don't know if you can see anything. Thanks. Well, I'm sticking the camera in, but once again, I can't see anything. I think there are some fabrics or something like that hanging. Meanwhile, I'm just showing you the shot like this. If you ever go to an abandoned place, all right, it's down now, good. Just so you know, it's super important that if you ever go up an old staircase, the best thing is to stick close to the wall, since that's usually the strongest and most stable part. There are some little toys on the floor here. And over here, there are some cans on the floor and stuff, cups too. Yeah, I guess this is where they used to serve drinks and food. Now, I can confirm for you that this was the social center where the Chinese community in this town would gather to celebrate different events. Look how interesting! There's a sign here warning that there are children. You can barely see it from the road because it's covered by trees, and then there's the fire hydrant here too. It's already busted, super rusty, which really shows that the town is very, very abandoned. And wait, because if we have the fire hydrant there right behind it, which I hadn't noticed, there's a house, but it blends in with the trees. I mean, you can't see it. It's really there, but you can't see it. And now if I turn around, let's keep going through the village to see if I can find, because I know there's a hair salon, I think. Look, there are some signs. In Chinese, it was probably some kind of store. This one now, we can't even see it because it's covered by... Oh, there's actually a tree inside that's grown out from the wall. I mean, look, it's grown. Like, there's the root. It's grown sideways. So it's basically used the root as a law. I mean, here, the laws of gravity just don't matter. And it's growing sideways, man. Wow, that's crazy. Here are more houses. It's just that I don't know if it looks impressive on screen, but being here, so surrounded by this green moss and the trees and all the vegetation outside, it's honestly really overwhelming. And the ceilings are roots. It's like looking at a work of art in a cathedral where you're like, wow, painted ceilings. But here, everything is made by nature. Look over there in the corner. Really, this is a village swallowed up by the jungle. The roots climb up the walls as if they wanted to erase any trace of humans. Here, nature hasn't just come back, it's taken over. This place is the greatest example of how the earth reclaims what once belonged to it, turning abandonment into a living museum, a testament to the silent patience with which life rewrites history. Amid roots, moss, and dampness, Pekan Papan becomes a reminder that nothing human is eternal, and in the end, no matter how much we build, nature always finds a way to return. I saw you, Jesus. How's it going over there? Well, what I saw at that moment must have been a ghost because Jesus was actually on the other side of the village. All right, I've got an idea. I don't know if it's a good idea. Sometimes my ideas go wrong, but it's to go over there because I'm seeing an entrance with signs. It's just that this place is really overgrown. And I know there's wild and dangerous animals here, but maybe if I go around this way, nothing will happen. Let's give it a try. Please, let no spider bite me. Thank you. All right. I made it through there just fine. Now, the thing is... Okay, so there's a road. I didn't know that. Pekan Book House. Wow, this place is actually pretty nice, huh? Here's another house you can go into, even though it says do not enter, but oh well. Ah, it says you could be in danger. Watch out for this sign. It says bricks could fall on your head. Seriously, I can vouch for that. But anyway, in these situations, you just have to trust in fate and luck and, I don't know, pray that nothing falls on you. Whoa, wow, they had everything set up here. Glasses, mugs. So this could have also been like a dining room or, although this was kind of for washing. Oh no, for cooking. I was gonna say for washing, but this is where they put the stoves. They put the stoves here and cooked. For a lot of people. So it could have been a restaurant. And check out the wall. It looks sculpted, man. How many bars or restaurants wouldn't pay to have a wall like this? Inside their establishments. I mean, it really looks beautiful, doesn't it? And nature does this all by itself here. Wow, look at the light bulb hanging here and where the light was. Have you noticed something? Just like in France, there are different wallpapers put up, wallpapers that are painted, and you think, wow, there's several layers from different years. I mean, how many people pass through here with different ideas about how to decorate this room? Because if you look closely, there are up to 4 different layers of paint. Here, what you get are several layers too, but of roots. This root that was going inside this wall, here it already broke through the wall and fell down. And thanks to that, we can see that there was a root making its way in there. But of course, underneath here, the wall continues and we can't see that the roots keep going in several layers. It's honestly just crazy. The power of nature here is tremendous. Look at the floors. I'm not even filming them. I just can't keep up. Between filming the floor, the walls, and the ceiling, I can't do it all. It's so impressive, seriously. Wow. No way. That's beautiful. It played with the window. This root basically said, let's leave the window open and I'll make the frame. Because it's literally making a frame. Beautiful. Look at what I have behind me. I feel like Lara Croft, seriously. I'm in the jungle. It's just such a crazy, beautiful place. I'll always say that. This is the chunk of tree that's holding up the walls of this abandoned place. And it's the same one that's creating several layers of roots on the wall next to it. Here you have a car license plate, because that's how license plates are here. And here are some remnants of Chinese New Year, over there and over there. And yes, this definitely looks like it used to be a restaurant or something like that. So let's go out this way and keep checking out the streets, the houses on the right. Right in front of me, there's another one. I think this could be a house. Oh. Okay. Whoa, a dog just came out. Look, a motorcycle. What just happened right in front of me? It makes no sense. A man just walked into the bar I just filmed. Here. He went in through here. A minute. As you can see, this motorcycle is also abandoned, just like the car. And it might be from the 80s or 90s, which is more or less when everyone started leaving, with only a few people staying behind. The few people you see living here, there's even a school and everything, you know? So in that part of the village over there, yeah, a few people have managed to stick around. It's interesting where the license plate is placed. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen a motorcycle with a license plate up front like that. Sometimes it's on the side and in the back. How strange. This is a closed shop. And what a shame. Here's another one, but I have an idea. Since we already connected with the back streets earlier, I'll go back, cross over again, and see if for some reason this one is open from the back. Because here... I can go in here too. And yes, I'm gonna go in this way. Is there a lot of vegetation? Yeah, but, well, there's kind of a little path here, and there are a lot of mosquitoes. There are a lot of mosquitoes around here. Of course, there's more vegetation. It was worth it, huh? I don't know what you'll say, but it's all busted up. But still, it's cool to see how the trees make their way through the abandonment. Wow, no way. What is that? Are you talking about that wall? Are you talking about that wall? It's tree roots. God, it looks like Stranger Things. That creature that has all those things and roots, and you're in that world. Where is? Well, you get me, those of you who've seen Stranger Things. That's crazy. The time has come to... There are a lot of mosquitoes, and it's better to come prepared than to have to treat it, because I've already got a bunch of bites. For those of you who know Seven, which is in a lot of countries, this mosquito repellent is amazing and it smells really good. Not a single one comes near you. It really looks like it was squeezed right there. And it's this one right here. I just found what used to be the barber shop. Wow. Wow, look at the barber chairs. At least this place, I mean, this one's better preserved. I think this is the one that's best preserved out of all the little houses we've seen so far. It doesn't even turn, huh?
You can't move it.
I'm going all the way to the back to see what's behind that counter, and then we'll head out. I also have to tell you the story of a woman who was very influential in this town and who is mentioned on signs around here, but it has nothing to do with the radioactive stuff. It's something really interesting. In fact, there's quite a bit of controversy about this because it's like people don't want to talk about what happened here with the radioactivity, even though it's still present to this day. Really interesting. Well, I don't know. There are matches, plates, and some glasses. This is for draining pasta or washing salad, whatever you need. Oh. And here we have... No, there's nothing here. I was gonna say, here we have some stairs, but as you can see, you can't see anything at all upstairs. They've got dust on them. Is it dust or some kind of cream? Whoa, it's mold inside. Look, it's like a foam. I think it's mold from the rain that came in through... I'll wash my hands later, I promise. But anyway, I didn't touch it. It was inside. I think it's about time I show you the figure that is highly revered here. And it's a woman named Sybil Katigasu. Sybil Katigasu became prominent during World War II when Japanese forces occupied Papan. At that time, she was living in the city with her husband. The two of them ran a small clinic. During the occupation, they secretly treated wounded members of the resistance and provided them with food and medicine in hiding. When the Japanese discovered them, Sybil was arrested and tortured for months, but she never revealed a single name. When the war ended, with several broken bones, loss of consciousness, and severe malnutrition, she was released still alive. She endured everything with a strength that made her a symbol of courage and loyalty. She became a hero. Today, her face is still present in Papan because the residents see their own spirit reflected in her, the resilience in the face of adversity. Whether it's war, displacement, or environmental devastation, the few residents cling to a legacy of courage and determination because even when everything seems lost, they are able to keep getting up every day and share a smile. All right, now I'm heading to the main house, the house of the town's mayor, so to speak, the governor of this town. Also abandoned and really, really big. I saw it on Google Maps and I said, I have to go there. I hope it's abandoned so I can go in and show it to you. And that's how it looks from what I'm seeing. Look, it's that one back there. There's a car at the entrance. I can't believe it. I hope it has nothing to do with it, but I'm really having second thoughts as I head over there. Ugh, I can't believe I'm about to go in. No, they're not going in. Seriously? At this point, I just don't care anymore. I'm gonna go in there. There's a sign that says for transfer, and if the woman goes in, I'll just ask her if I can record it. Everything's wide open anyway. It says private property over there on the left. She's looking too, I think. This young lady over here is currently looking for someone who might be able to help her. The lady went over there. I'm gonna follow her, but from a distance, because I don't know if this house is hers, if she's an heir. Is she checking to see if no one's around or what? There's another one over there with another no trespassing sign. The woman left. She was around here. This is all so weird. These doors really stand out, especially when you see these barriers, because they move like this. They come off. You push this, it's just that right now I can't, and then you go in there. It's a way to close it. What I don't know is how they chained it up afterward. Wow, look at the garden this guy had. Oh my gosh, look. At all of this. The woman, I don't know where she went. I mean, she started walking around the house, and if she's the owner or the heir, maybe she's just checking to make sure no one's here. Maybe someone in the village told her there are some tourists around here filming, but I think she would have said something to me, so I don't really buy it. It's open! I hear footsteps over there. If she says something to me, the door's open. Well, maybe she came in too. I'm turning the camera so you can come in with me. Hello, how are you doing? Hi? I don't know, I say hi and maybe... Whoa, I heard something. Hey, I saw someone went by. I think someone just passed by outside. You saw the shadow, right? Well, I hope she doesn't say anything to me. I hear she's walking around. Is she gonna come in? Is she gonna come in? What should I do? Is she gonna come in? She's heading over there and the entrance. Now let her close it. What do I have left here? I don't know. Actually, I really think that she is coming. Hello? I'm filming here. It's cold. No. But the wine? Is cold. I think she's a tourist. You have no idea how much she scared me. You can't even imagine. And here I am all alone, you know? Me. Hi. Oh, she's the owner. And I didn't even go into your house here. Oh, wow, it has an upstairs. Hey, whoa, she's leaving from upstairs. Hey, I'm amazed by the camera because there's barely any light. Very little light comes in, but on the screen it looks super bright. Wow. Oh my god. How many cobwebs did I just walk through? Look, I don't know if you can see them around here. All of this, well, I just grabbed it with my hand. Wow. Pretty intense, huh? But it's all really open and airy. I'm sweating. How the wood moves. The floor goes creak, creak. But like I said, it's all really open. There's a door here. I don't know if that woman is the owner or what. I don't think so, because she started taking pictures with her phone. Here, since people are so honest and respectful, they feel awkward saying anything to me. And if she's an heir, she'll probably just say, well, let her be at ease. Oh, wow. The stuff at the head of the bed, the furniture. Look. Whoa, look at this. There's a bit of everything. Here's the bed frame. Here's the bed frame, and there's a chair over there. The office desk. The flag? The flag of Malaysia. And that, well, I don't know what it is. It was put up for sale. Look, it even has a price tag on it. I think they put it up for sale. Like, you know, the typical thing they do in other countries where they put everything they have inside up for sale at a cheap price, and people come in and take things. And here they left what never got sold. I'm tempted to do it. No, let's keep going. Here, under the stairs, there's a Harry Potter style area. I mean, I don't know what they have inside. You guys won't be able to see in there. I don't have the flashlight with me either. Some tubs and stuff for cleaning. Well, that's it. Now we're good to go. Oh, it also has a stage here. Doesn't have a stage. Well, the woman has disappeared. I think she saw me and thought, well, she looks all right. I'll just leave her be. Oh, it's part of the garden of this mansion. Wow. Well, it also looks like it's going to be empty too. There's another house. I mean, you could actually build a whole complex here, like for people to come to this area, because as you can see, it's all jungle now. Over there, it looks like there's a little lake. And actually, yes, there is, because I saw it on satellite images. You can see there are several lakes where fishing is completely forbidden due to the high levels of radioactivity in the water. Just imagine, even today, it hasn't been that long if we're talking about the 80s or 90s. And of course, I haven't mentioned yet who was responsible for all of this. At the epicenter of the Papan tragedy, there's a name that still, to this day, stirs outrage among the locals: Mitsubishi Chemical Industries, the company behind the Asian rare earth refinery we mentioned earlier. For years, they disposed of thorium carelessly. The radioactive waste was left in old, rusty containers, which caused the waste to leak into the soil and water, leaving devastating consequences for the health of the locals. After the protests that arose because of this, and after many lawsuits and mounting evidence against the company, the government and the company were forced to take action. In the 1990s, a cleanup campaign was launched, the most exhausting in the country's history, given the huge amount of accumulated radioactive deposits. Thousands of barrels were removed and buried in large concrete containers, but the damage was already irreversible. To this day, the forests and waters of Paparan remain contaminated by the invisible mark of radiation. And now we've finally arrived at the school. Let's see what's left of a place that was once full of life. Yes, this is it. Look, I know because of these little drawings on the wall. Well, these little drawings, these figures that were once painted on paper, on cardboard, and hung up here. See? I don't know if there will be. There are the bathrooms, another classroom, but there aren't even any desks left, nothing at all. Perspataken. Okay, I looked it up, and this means library, so this is where they would have kept all the books, which confirms that yes, this was the school, and they stored all the books here. And here are names of professions: Kalasi, Oscar, Jurator, Bang. And here too, in writing actually, Chinese, it's interesting, but the letters are Chinese. They even had a bathtub, or maybe they're sinks. Is it a bathtub? Well, maybe for a kid if they wet themselves or something like that. Very interesting, yeah. So this was the school. Now, for real, I'm wrapping up the exploration of this place. And this is the exit of the school, the playground. It was over there, and now we can see a super abandoned car. I don't even know where I just ended up, but look at these crazy trees too. And the little dogs here in the shade. They don't even react to me being there. Oh, here. This leads to a house, I think. Am I going into someone's house? Probably. Where does this go? No, because there's no floor upstairs. This village is really big. I keep going into house after house, and in the end... Weird! Look, it seems like it was put there on purpose, but no, that little tree grew there naturally. Look, here we have what I explained to you earlier, that there were a lot of holes and they were for cooking. They used to cook with these pots. Whoa, a spider just came out. You didn't see it, but a spider came out down here. Well, so this is the pot they used to cook in, mostly making wok dishes, I guess? The wok, because of its shape, right? I don't know. But it was that one. And in that other place we saw, which was like a restaurant, they probably had the whole place filled with these little pots. Once again, here you can see the strength of the trees. Here it looks like it put out an arm and just... And as you can see, Look, it actually broke through the entrance there. I mean, it's like it just with its out. And of course, this one will go through here. Look, see how it comes out over there? And it grows and puts out these branches and leaves to get more light. And here it is, the most polluted lake in all of Malaysia. Fishing is prohibited, as you can see on that sign over there. And all of this is radioactive water. But the worst part, the most unbelievable thing, is that over there in the distance, I don't know if you can see it, there are people, and I think they're fishing. Like, well, if we haven't died yet. But of course, as you know, radioactivity works in the long term. They might be slowly consuming small doses of radioactivity until it gives them cancer or something, and that's it. And that's the biggest problem in Pekan, an enemy you can't see, but one that is still present even today. Many locals decided to settle on the outskirts of the city, but this charming couple who run the only cafe in Papan don't seem to want to leave. And I, tired after filming in the village, wanted to cool off. The kind woman brought me my drink without ice. She didn't even ask if I wanted any. And it was me, clueless, who asked her for ice because I wanted to drink something cold. And it wasn't until I had almost finished my drink that I realized the danger I had just put myself in. Drinking ice in a city that could still be contaminated even today is extremely dangerous. Actually, she didn't bring it to me first for a reason. I turned red. I didn't mean it. Coca-Cola with ice from a town that's radioactive, the most radioactive in Malaysia. But oh well, what can you? There's no turning back now, and I want to believe that maybe the ice was from a bag. Besides, these kind people still have the strength to run a place like this, with a smile on their face and a kindness that breaks through any barrier. Long live the resilience of these rural towns.